people. And this is a principal of Tzu Senior High School, Sister Li Linghui. Her sharing about the education to benefit the children is remarkable. And she brought the children, she brought the students from senior high school to Japan to doing some exchange their experience, and the students learned a lot from this journey. And then and it's a very good experience for the students, not only to expand their perspective to the world, but they also learn so much.
今天闹理足迹要跟大家分享的是2022年6月17到6月23的进度。
And now this is the reading guiding on Master Zheng Yan's footprint. So the topic of Xueyu's sharing was about the commitment with Master Zheng Yan. Life after life, generation after generation, is a story about a brother Huang Hanhui. It's a remembrance of Hanhui's story. And she was sharing that brother Hanhui's dedication on the Tzu and the CEO of Tzu American headquarters office. So brother Hanhui has his own explanation about the CEO. Okay, now let's go back to the online study group. Thank you to join us. Our common goals every week was to talk about the Tzu and uphold our initial aspirations and to be diligently and work hard. And the earlier video was made by those team members shown on the slide. Let's give them big hands. Thank you for the brothers and sisters' dedication. And then this is the preview of next week. So what's coming up next week? It is, if we look at the slide on the left, that was our Da-ai drama. Is on our way. All the actor and the actress will come to the online study group. And then if we look at the slide on the left, that was two main speakers, and they're gonna give us a very good sharing. And now that is Lotus Sutra musical adaptation will be held July 28 and 30 in Zhang Stadium. And this Lotus Sutra performance actually started from Kaohsiung. And this time they're going to go into Taichung. And this musical adaptation actually is we also publish a book which called Infinite Meaning of a Sutra in the Old Dharma Essence. With this book, we can learn more. We can learn the spirit of the sutra with the Tzu's work around the world. And so that the people will experience the light of the Buddha wisdom. And actually, when we participate in the performance, maybe we will not really understand Tzu's effort, but with this book, that we can learn more. So we appreciate the team to do so much effort. And we also have a new TV program called Healing Fruit. Master Zheng Yan's wisdom teaching always will give us, will help us to solve the problem like this. Like this video, it was telling us that sometimes even we work very hard, and people don't appreciate our effort, or they don't appreciate what we have done. And sometimes people are criticizing us or even talk behind our back, and which really hurt our feeling. But if then we decide to quit, if we decide to quit, that means we lose an opportunity of the diligence, and we lose the opportunity to train our body and mind. So we must treat the criticism as a challenge and never give up. So let's give it a peek again. It's a new program on TV, on .ITV station. It's only 2 or 3 minutes video, but actually it gives us a lot of influence. When I watch this program, actually I think this is very helpful. So how do we introduce and how do we share this program with people, or with our friends, or with our donors, members? A 2 or 3 minutes program with a Master Zheng Yan's wisdom teaching is really helpful. And then people may open their mind with this video because of Master Zheng Yan's teaching. So this is a new program calling Healing Root. So please share this with everyone you know. And also this is a good program to maintain our good health, doing the exercise regularly. And so if we love Master Zheng Yan, we have to talk about Ci. And like Jinghui aphorism taught us, today is July 5th, it's the first week of the month. So let's read together. So doing good fosters good relationship with all sentient beings, and this will naturally help to create a good karma in the next life. This Jinghui aphorism was released by our Ci volunteer in Malaysia. And not only do we see the Chinese Jinghui aphorism, but also there was an English translation, so it's quite helpful to everyone. So let's read it again. Doing good fosters good relationship with all sentient beings. This will naturally help to create a good karma in the next life. And then Master Zheng Yan's ideal talent: who are those who are humble but not arrogant, self-esteem, love people unselfishly, control good temper, and show good manners on speech and action. So with lots of characters, the Master Zheng Yan will feel relief. And we wish that everyone can be Master Zheng Yan's ideal talent. So let's put our hands in front of our chest and say, Master Zheng Yan, please be relieved. We are all your ideal talents. And you will see Master Zheng Yan give her thumbs up. So give yourself thumbs up. And also you can show the same gesture to the one sitting next to you and say, thank you to accompany me to join the online study group. Recently, Master Zheng Yan gave her expectation. And we thank you for Master Dalin, who is always give us the outline of Master Zheng Yan's teaching. And like this one, it was said like we did not know about Tzu, but until we joined Tzu, our heart is full of Dharma joy. Joy passes in a moment, and happiness just like a flash. But Dharma joy is truly heart to heart. Same concept, hearts and minds, but the Dharma teaching into the heart. One mind, and we can walk on Bodhisattva path, life and the life. And then look at this. Look at this poster. We will have a new team. We call the Needle Handicraft team. This is our number 54 team of online study group. This team actually was set up based on Master Zheng Yuan's expectation, hoping we can take care of the seniors. So if you have elders or seniors in your family, please bring them to join this group. Every other 2 weeks of the month, like Wednesday afternoon, after online study group, we will get together and to make some nice handcrafts. So it's at 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
长者可以把他带来。你说，哎，长者怎么缝针线？你放心好了，我们一定可以想办法让他做事情。
So mostly, we set up this group for elders and seniors. But actually, if you are interested, we also welcome you at any age. You can come to the Jingsi Hall in person, or you can get online to learn. So like this, every affinity we meet is a good affinity, and everything that we encounter, they are good things. So if you are feel blessed, please work hard. And the main point of this group is actually during the interaction and the conversation with the elders, actually we can spread love and care, and we also can pass on Tzu Chi's touching stories. Next week, we will have a guest from Ukraine, and then they're gonna join this group and to make some good handcrafts. And we are going to make some handcraft, and then we're gonna give it to Master Zheng. If you like this idea and if you like to join this, please give yourself a big hand. And then we can sell those handcrafts and collect all the money, and then we can donate to Tzu Chi to preach the Dharma teaching and benefit people. Recently, we went to Yunlin to do the sharing, and our team brought some handcrafts to give away to the participants, and everyone was very happy. And because it is so beautiful that every participant on the lecture, they all like this handicraft. So they donate money, and then we accumulate the donation to $8,200. So you are more than welcome to join this group next week, July 12th. So every second and fourth week of the month. This is our main character of this team. So like a Bilian from Thailand, and the elders in the middle that was in Kaohsiung, and the one the left and right is also a senior. If you look at those pictures, they are so cute and beautiful. And all the money we get, we actually was donate to 慈济。
现主场的部分。好，多国语言同步口译，我们真的非常感恩。4月25号上人
And also, even our book, Reading on the Cloud, you also can purchase.
4月5号第一周，所以是英语、粤语、简语、马语跟台语。
And with the multi-national interpretation and translation, we can preach Dharma teaching over the world. So today is the first week of the month. We will have English, Cantonese, Cambodia, Malay, and the Taiwanese. And we continue to recruit more volunteers to join the interpretation team. So let's introduce today's English team. It's our Kaohsiung team. Wonderful job. Thank you for the sisters and brothers. And then Cantonese, and this is the Cantonese team. So some was in the Malaysia and some was in Australia, and also Malay. Thank you for their dedication. Malay translation, interpretation. In Taiwanese interpretation. Sisters and brothers contribution. Thank you so much. And now let's take a look on the feedback. So two speakers, we receive their feedback. Like Sister Wang Sujuan, she was the speaker on the online study group on May 31st. Her topic is create internal value with a limited life. She was admired Principal Li Linghui's sharing. Li Linghui used education to nurture the seed of the goodness and lead the children to run to the only direction in circle. She also impressed about the Xueyu's guiding reading. So they share brother Hanhui's story. So let us learn that we can create an internal value with limited life. And then we see the next one. That was the feedback from Dr. Lin Beijiang from Taichung Hospital. He said that participate in the online study group in person and share the story was another important milestone on the journey of life. She said that she received a big surprise from teacher Meiyun because she made a Mother's Day video. And actually, it is another important dream of his life. And attending the online study group in person made his dream come true. Her mom was even happier. And he said that actually telling story is very magical and effective. On his way to work, he liked to listen to all kinds of stories, and then he learned how to tell the story. And so when and he liked to talk the story to his boy. And he said that actually, by telling the story, he planted the seed of the goodness in his children's heart, and hoping that when they grow up, they can also of goodness, and then they can do the good deed to benefit people. So reading on the clouds, we have the public lecture from Jiahui, from Yunlin, and because of this book, we recruit more volunteers to join us. And on July 2nd, the Diligence Day in Yunlin, we were invited to give us the sharing. So thank you to give us this opportunity. And then the upcoming public lecture in July 30th, we were invited again.
可以把这个讯息让更多的南台湾的知道吗？那一天
have
莅临国一厅的，我们就
20
是
team
9点半
members
开始，但
to
是
give
9点半
them
上云
to
来
give
此，
their
而且
sharing
是我们
to
于
tell
如
us
来
what
做主
did
持
they
的，
learn from
所
the
以呢
online
是由他
study
们
group.
自选邀约于如
So
做
please
的。
you
哎，
please
于如很好
pass
哦，
on
回
this
馈
good
非常
news
的好。
to the
所
people
以呢，在
you
这个
you
当
know.
下，希望大家一起来。当天我们会跟大家结缘《跃上云端》这本书哈。
And
那
Yuru will
这
be
一个
the
呢，上
host.
校印的话，我因为时间的关系，我先空过去。这
And
是
this
我们
young
澳洲
volunteer
的一
Yuru is the
块
first
事情
time
哈。
to
那以
host.
团体做事则
And
永恒，以个人做事则无常。大家一起来各个
and
行
this
好，
is the
相信自己一定可以
feedback of
全
the
力以赴
reader.
较佳绩。我们现在为你
So
介绍的
because
是
we
回馈
press
您
for the
制作
time, so
团
we
队。
may
我
skip
们掌声
this
感恩重
feedback.
击翠莲、慧玲、
So
英慧、美慧、秀春、浩勋、蔡丽、
everyone
雅琪、
can
香
join
莲、
us, and
定
because
华、尔
everyone
杰、
is the
怡晨、
talent.
细书、凤珠、梅君、珍珍、云
And let's
轩、不辞的。
introduce
我们真的
our
非常希望
team
更多
member.
人，
This
因
is
为
the
更多人加入，
um,
大家
this
互
is
相
the
的一个
team
分担
that
哈。
make
感恩感恩。
the recap video.
我看到
So
好朋
thank
友
you
所以突
for
然很想讲。
brothers and
好，
sisters'
左边一起说，
dedication. We
任何
really hope
停止
that
学
more
习
and
的人
more
都
people
是
they can
老
join
人，不
us.
管是20岁或80岁，
I'm
任何
really
持续学
appreciate
习的都可以
it.
保持年轻。生命里最美好的事情就是让您的心智保持
And
年轻。
the slide on the left
有发现一个错字。好，
say
所以
anyone
祈愿
who
能透
stopped
过努力，
learning
让更
is
多人
old,
爱上读书，享
whether
受读书，
at
进而
20
传
or
承知识
80.
法脉，
So
弘扬慈
anyone
济
who
中人。
keeps
我们
learning
的好
stays
文上
young.
教育，
So
我们
the
的团
great
队
thing
一直
in
在
life
跟
to
我提
keep
醒说，
your
你的时
mind
间
young
超过
is
太
very
多，一直亮
important.
我了哈。
So
所以感
hopefully
恩在越南
through
版
this
刚上线的时
platform
候，
to
小琪
study
呢，
online
他就
group, we
说，
can learn more.
感恩
And
上的
then
越南制
last
作的
week
菩萨
we
灵气大
have
放不朽的
the
储水桶，让乡民感
feedback.
动，
The feedback received last week,
发放祖先，
85
而且
message,
永
and
远方
passed
是
for
我们团
resharing
队的净水
21
器，
times.
有慈悲，还
So
有
this
智
is
慧
the
哈。
feedback
那也感
on
恩
the
时
Chen
间呢，一直给我们
Dayu.
传达很多大陆的家人给的一个讯息。 我们的议
The
题在
reader
导
said
入
that
的时
it
候
is
呢，我们
it
的
is
嘉义的
very
人会说感
touching
恩海
that
外家人
we
和台南议庭
provide
视觉引领，让我
the
们走入当地，无论是生命
storage
中的土耳其
towers
跟今
to
天的
help
越
the
南柬埔
poor
寨，
people
海外
in
菩萨家慈
Vietnam.
善事业付出是如此的用心
And
哈。
we
那
have
跟大陆很
feedback,
多人同
positive
心。
feedback
那
on
么
the
赖俊良副
guiding
院长的
reader
一个
Wang
分享也
Yiting.
是一样哦。管心凌就诊疗关键笔记不尝试的传密度，医疗关键时间大
And
预防
her
斩截
sharing
记哈。
about the
那在
Tziji's
这边
effort
我
in
们也看
Cambodian
到的
is
是我们
inspiring.
的高维伦
And
在
then
现
we
场，
can
他也非
see
常
the
感恩
feedback
我们的
about
赖副院长，而我们的
Deputy
锦书呢也说透过了
Superintendent
锦书
Lai
说感
Junliang from
恩赖副
Dalin
院长
Tzijian
巨细靡遗，
Hospital.
把艰深的人才
And
医疗
many
流程
people
转
say
成
that
浅白易懂的一个话家常。
Dr.
我们嘉
Lai
义的汉
is
文是
very
我们的
kind
真实
and
书友，他现在也
compassionate,
加入台语口语团队
and give
来
us
做
a
光哦。
very
哦，所以
informative
好感动
and
哦，所以非常的感恩。
message
我
and
们
the
这里
knowledge.
的云南的大理的杨颖说，汉
And
文
we
师
also
兄
have the
热
feedback
满怀
on
热
the
情的分享，
brother
充分肯
Wu
定中山
Hanwen,
线上读书
who
团队
just
10年的付出，
attend
带给全球
our
实际的一个正
Taiwanese
能量哈。那
interpretation team.
台南的一个跨区团队的这个部分
And
呢，
那个
我们可以
云南
看到日本的浸会就说，希
leader,
代
he
12代
said
世
that
代看到
Wu
爱
Hanwen's
与善的力
sharing
量
is
世世代
give
代，台
us
南世家人，你们
a
真的太
very
棒，所以我
good
们掌声感恩。美
influence.
国、加拿大、中国大
And
陆、
we
马来西亚、
also
日
have
本、
the
台湾，
feedback
无
on
论你
the
在哪里，帮我按赞、
Tainan
转分享，
team
同时哦，告诉更多的家人。那在这边呢，
that spread the
我们
great
看
love
到的
through
雪
the
龙
crowd
的
reading.
玉梅
So
花子
thank you
was
for
such
those
great change in
feedback
the
we
hands
received
of
from
the treatment
American or
as
Canada
implemented
and
by the
all
Dr.
and
Lai. It is
the
such a blessing
different
to be
countries
connected
over the
to the
world.
treatise by the Dr. Lai Junliang, professional and have the right medical expertise. 他讲的其实就是他分享的时候，不是看到那2只手吗？所以就是赖俊良副院长。
And Effie from Malaysia, she always give us English feedback on the YouTube. And she was talking about the sharing about Dr. Lai's sharing the treatment.
非常感恩我们赖副为我们解说的基因，同时间呢，我们的任海文也是
So Effie said that actually you will be very lucky if we can have Dr. Lai to give us the treatment, and we also appreciate those feedback we receive on the YouTube. Say with Dr. Lai's sharing, we have the new knowledge. about the medical knowledge. And then thank you for Elizabeth from Malaysia. She always give us the drawing of the speakers. So next we're going to call out to a new volunteer in Jordan.
在那边到底呢？做了些什么？最近一次呢？
Here's the Jordan sister. Now they are early morning 3:30. Now she's doing something, and we met at the Dharma performance in Kaohsiung. They are overseas Qiu family. So I am in the performance, and I met the sister Lin Luqing. She came all the way from Jordan to Kaohsiung Dharma performance. They are very happy to be here to meet all Qiu family members. We are very happy, and this is a very big blessing to come here to see the performance. Even do the performance, everybody has their specialty, but everyone's heart is all together. Our life is infinite. Here is the drama performance. In the Chinese New Year, everybody likes to come back to the Hualien Junshi Hall. Zhang family brings a lot of members to come to Zhuhai, Hualien Junshi Hall. Turkey, Jordan, we are on the video greetings to Taiwan Zhuhai members. Because the cause of the Zhuhai, we can settle down, and the mind is also peaceful. The great love live forever. Now the family member overseas, they are very happy. Now there are many refugees in the tent. It's very hot, but there are many patients waiting to see doctor. There are 6 departments: dental, internal medicine, surgery, ENT, orthopedics. There are many. They are doing the free clinic. They are very happy to join with the Zhuhai organization to help this kind of poor people, to give them medical treatment. This is news from Jordan. It's very simple image, just video from overseas. There's another video. There are many kids are very happy to go to the field trip. They are all single family children. This happy girl said, "I cannot sleep. Last night I'm so happy because today's field trip. I can learn a lot of things that I didn't know." So these kids are very, very happy, and they can grow up, learn a lot from the summer camp. They are very happy, very happy. The teacher helped them to learn a lot. This happy girl said, "Oh, I learned a lot. I make a lot of good stuff." There's another video. It's very touching. "Oh, it's a long time not to see you. I'm missing all of you. I miss you all family." everything is going well. Let's take a photo together. This is a mother of the girl. This girl got sick. This is one of the 2 cases. Qiu helped these refugees. This girl has the imperforate anus, so this girl has special artificial stomach surgery. One of the big surgery is for the kids who has the imperforate anus. In 2016, all the United Nations stopped all the surgery for kids, but Qiu just helped this kind of special kids. There are two procedures for this surgery, and the first stage cost about $2,000. The second stage also cost $2,000. The total is about 156,000 Taiwan dollars. It's a lot of money. Now all the family see the hope. The girl used to be very sad. Now the girl grew up and very happy. The girl has very bright future. It's news from Jordan. Let's say this very poor kids now, after the Qiu help, the kids getting healthy and very happy, very happy. So this kind of Qiu help is very, 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 very great. Let's go to the Jordan. I'm happy to be with you because you have positive energy. This is the sister Lin Luqing. She is in Jordan. Now she's sharing her story in Jordan. Dear Master Shangren, I'm the Zhiqi in Jordan. I'm the volunteer. I'm also certified. I'm very happy to be with all of you online. Thank you, Sister Teacher Meiyun, give me this opportunity to share something online from Jordan. I want to share some story of these stories. There's a very now let's wait for the posture. The sister Lin worked very hard to do the poster. Now the posters are online. Now this continued. Let's wait for a moment to see her online. Let's wait a little bit to have the sister Lin online. We thank for the sister Lin. Even it's only 10 minutes sharing from overseas Jordan. It's a very precious moment. We have the oral translation group. Now she's online. Sister Luqing was born in in 1975. She got certified in 2022. Now she's the Chiji staff in Jordan branch.
我们给丽青热烈的掌声。那丽青，你可以回到你的第1页开始，但是你忘了打开你的声音档。
Now this is the Luqing sister in Jordan. Let's give a big hand, big plus to Luqing.
是，没关系哦。
Let's wait for the sound, the voice. We cannot hear you because the voice file is not open yet. We are waiting for Sister Luqing.
是，他是不是麦克风？你的麦克风选错，是你的电脑的麦克风选错。
Luqing.
好。
We still cannot hear you because the voice file is not open.
啊，这是在现场的一个部分哈。好，那这样好不好？
Luqing studied in Jordan in 1999. She became the staff of the Jordan in 2020. She was trained in 2021 and certified in 2022.
好不好？那你先测试哈，让我能够好。那我们分段直播的这一个部分，到时候采用剪辑的方式，所以我们先结束。
Because we cannot hear the Luqing.
然后也请导读人提前处理。好，感恩。那
We pass through different sections.
绿青都准备成这样，一定也会找时间让他来做分享哈。那请我们的分段直播现在。
Well, it's okay, and let's continue for the next session. But you never worry about this, that we will find some other time for this wonderful sharing from Jordan. So, ladies and gentlemen, and next, okay, we will have the guided reading on. Okay, and so let me also tell you that we already have like around 55,000 Lotus Sutras so far. So we have so many good people gathering like a great love here. You see that how great the world is, right? Okay, and we will have like one Lotus Sutra if we collect like 10,000 people, right? Okay, so now let me tell you another wonderful thing that we don't have to have a power, but we really have the influence to better the world, right? And now let me introduce to you about this like blazing biscuit, right? And this is the biscuit that we use like to nurture like people from the disaster areas, right? It is not only delicious, but we can also really like fulfill like a people's stomach, right? Okay, and here let me also introduce you. This is like a gag fruit, right? But I never know what a gag fruit is, right? Whenever I like put this kind of like a gag fruit production into my rice, and I just surprisingly realized that wonderful, this was really wonderful, right? Okay, and now also we have like a Jinghui herbal tea and the Jinghui herbal drops, right? And let me tell you the good news, right? Right now we are having a discount, so you can really have like a 3 packs of the Jinghui herbal tea packs for only $1,000, right? Okay, and okay, please come over, and discount will be due in the end of July. So, well, pandemic is still with us, right? So I think that this is a must for us to prepare such like a Jinghui herbal tea here, right? Okay, and we also have a really wonderful like a painting, right? And I am very happy that I look so young, right? Okay, right? Okay, and this is really interesting, right? Isn't it? Right? Okay. And thanks to like Dalin technology, right? And we also have some kind of positive feedbacks, right? And we have we have a small powers like a form like a great love, right? This is a feedback from China, okay? And everyone so that okay, whenever we wake up and we really have like a sense of direction toward the life, right? But this gentleman and this lady said that participated like an online study group Kaohsiung, and therefore I really have a very clear direction of my life, right? And because like she also mentioned that she got a lot of positive energies through our online study group Kaohsiung, and then he is full of hope, right? And this is all thanks to Hui Miao, whose guided reading really gave her a lot of inspirations in her mind, right? And she says that whenever there's an online study group Kaohsiung, and there is like a tranquility in her mind, right? And we also have a feedbacks from Dalin, Yunnan, China, and she says that she wanna talk about Chen Yuzhen's sharing on like February 14th, like 2022, and the speaker, right, says that she really like gave a lot of energy and giving design and the good ideas about all the like great ideas about saying like a Happy New Year in their Buddha hall, and such a Buddha hall was designed so elegantly so that it was also a greater power for her mind, right? This is what is touching for her, right? And we also have Wang Hui from Shandong, and one is about like well, and I will just talk about all the positive feedback later on if I have time. And today we have a wonderful like reader. Again, she is Jinghui, and I felt so astonished about how wonderful her like PowerPoint is, right? And now let me tell you, like all the guiding readers who also give me very wonderful presentation before, they really get on, And now, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to be with you because you have a positive energy. Ladies and gentlemen, Lu Jinghui, please. And Venerable Master Zheng Yan and all the masters from the abode and everybody online. Good day, I'm Jinghui from Kaohsiung. My Dharma name is Zhao. And today we are going to study on the footprint of Master Zheng Yan from July 5th to July 12th, right? And today my topic is safeguard the stupa of a wisdom life. Mr. Zheng Yan used to say that in my limited life, I really want to transform all the best sentient beings. And I know it is difficult, but if we can just combine all the power of technology, and it is not a dream, right? And we can really be like eloquent enough, to deliver the Dharma, and this is a very good like a technology, right? And in 1995, we have a cable radio and the television act in Taiwan, so it made Dai TV a reality in 2002, right? So now this is a very good thing, right? And I like to bring you back to like 20 years ago, and let's take a look at what Mr. Zheng Yan's expectation was, right? In 1998, and Dai TV was inaugurated, and the Prime Minister Xiao Wanchang really sent a great blessings to Master Zheng Yan. And then it was very cold, but in Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, so many people just participated in the inauguration. And we were so happy that we have like a Dai TV, which is now on with us, right? And a lot of famous hosts really shared the wonderful news through satellite, right? And this is a wonderful news for Tzu Dai TV, and it is sad that we can watch Dai TV from now on. And we really hope that we have like English TV shows, right, for like overseas Chinese people because they know English better, right? And with so many media in the world, and Mr. Zheng Yan really had a highly expectation to this TV station. And I really hope that there's no disaster around the world, and I want to bring the society peace, and I want to purify people's mind. So we can just light up the world with the great love. Thank you, Mr. Zheng Yan, and it is always Mr. Zheng Yan's aspiration. And after the establishment of Dai TV, And we have to say thank you to all the recycling volunteers around Taiwan. And we have like around 80,000 of them because of their support. So we really have a lot of touching stories, and we have a really kind of like resources of income, so we can just spread the great love really globally. It's been 25 years since the ITV was established. Okay, and from the very beginning of ITV, we had only like a cassette and a video tapes, right, which was kind of old-fashioned. But now we do it like through satellites, through the modern technology, and it is kind of a tough way for us, right? And it was tough, but it is a kind of touching history toward our satellite, right? We know that the power of media is really, really great, right? But we really have to say that it is a great power, but no power is greater than the nature. I think that you already remember what I want to say. It is a story in 2001, right? And we had a really great like a typhoon which almost destroyed the Dai TV, all the documents on Dai TV, right? And we really felt sad that okay, from the film library in our Dai TV, then almost all the documents were really like destroyed. And let's take a look at the video. Okay, and let's play the videotape and take a look at what's going on there, like over 20 years ago. And it was really a test. And the Nadi typhoon in 2001, and the Dai TV station was just flooded. And all the films were just strong there, okay? Well, if you can hear me, just let me know, okay? And we just see the like the videos and all the films were just drenched in water, right? We never thought of a TV station would be almost destroyed because of a flood, right? And we just thought of nothing but to do our best to just recover all the documents as much as we can, right? And we just rent the place, right, from like a CTV. And I want you to know that this is all we have, right? And here is the witness of human history. So this is a kind of a documentary of Ciji, and all the stories and all the documents were stored all right here, right? I'm so sad that, and I'm so sorry to let you know that everything here, okay, it is being saved so hard by all the volunteers, right? And Mr. Zheng was so worried about that, and we are so touched to see that all the volunteers and the masters from the abode are doing their best to save all the documents, right? And now I have to play you the second video about the saving of Da'ai. And I have to watch the sand away. And actually, we have been doing such a thing for over 3 weeks, right? We have almost like 2,000 of the like video tapes, right? And I just felt that only Ciji volunteers would just do that to save all the films, right? And we were not only mobilized, but also hold on to an aspiration to save all the documentary and all the history back. And it was our sense of mission. And when we see the image of Mr. Zheng Yan clearly played on TV, and it was all due to all the hard work of all the volunteers, and they cried in tears because they were so touched, right? And when Sony like technicians from Japan came over to Taiwan. They were so astonished that all the volunteers could just use their bare hands and did such a repair jobs for a TV station. It was really, really a history that nobody could just imagine, right? Okay, and they used like brushes to just clean away all the sands of the video tapes because they were worried that they would just damage the video tapes, right? And it was a witness of like saving all the history of Siji, right? And let me tell you, this is the value of Da'ai. This is a value of great love, right? So we are so touched because it was a step for Da'ai TV to step it globally. Mr. Zheng Yan said that Da'ai TV owns a very, very large, like a group of journalists because all the journalists came from all the volunteers of the documentary film volunteers, right? And it is a power, right? Okay, and we also have our like a chief of a Da'ai TV station saying that okay, he made a aspiration. Okay, about what? Okay, so let's take a look also at the video. Well, and we are all the we media, okay, and so it means that we have a lot of media in the world, and it is so convenient that you can just get online and just be with all the we medias, right? Okay. And we are all the technicians and engineers here in Da'ai TV, and we made the vow that, right, as long as all the signals we are just taking care of, right, and we have to turn all the signals into a very positive thought, and this is our vow. And this is a kind of a great vow, and of course we will support it wholeheartedly. I think this is also the vow and aspirations of all the Jingshi, like disciples of Master Zheng Yan, and we really have to make a very good use of the body that our parents give us, right? And let's just record all the great love through all our body. And I think this is how we shine, okay, through great love. Thank you very much. And this is everything about my sharing. This is a really, really wonderful thing. Okay. And Lin Jun, you just heard about what we have, right? And I think it is, well, a coincidence that like Lu Jinghui just chose the topic of saving Da'ai TV, and let's let her know if her like a PowerPoint is wonderful enough. This is really perfect, right? Okay. And next time when she does the like a sharing next time, and she always made her own like a presentation and the PowerPoint more wonderful than this time, right? Okay, right. And I don't bring my cell phone with me today. Do you know why? Because my cell phone was given to our volunteers that okay, we will have like a more complete sharing of like Jordan's sisters like a sharing, right? And next to me, like we have a teacher here, and we have a Zhuhai from Taipei, and they are wonderful friends. They are good friends of mine, and actually they are our like a designing volunteers here. And thank you very much, like Guizhi and Su Junsu in Thailand, and we will have like a good volunteer here. And actually, and she is a relative of Jinsu in Thailand. Okay, and her husband is a doctor in Chang'an Hospital. And actually, well, how important her husband is, right? And because she was, and he was, her husband was also a doctor that took care of Master Xingyun's health, right? Okay, and just now also found out, okay, we have a wonderful like oral interpretation team in Taiwanese language, right? And I just found one of them who is Meiyun, and this is Suhua, and Suhua is also one of our like interpretation like a team member of a Taiwanese languages, right? Okay. Well, I have to say sorry that when we were doing the preparation of oral interpretation into like a multi-languages, and I never thought of like a Hakka and the Taiwanese, right? So this is what I was sorry about, right? But now we have a kind of a greater power and a greater team on the two like local languages, right? And also I mentioned about like songs made from our like a grannies, right? You can see like in my hand, right? And if you didn't get them, and please just let me know and get one from our volunteer. And I'm so grateful to our team, and I'm grateful to Jinghui. Okay. And all the messages that we have, right, were kind of I just could not read them, right? Okay, and it's reaching online, all right. And if you are online, and we will have to find some time to let you share about what your story is all about. And although she's not here, but let's still give her a big hand, right? Okay. So I have to let you know that let's wait. Let's never wait until things happen. So we will just do something, right? And in our life, nothing is perfect. So every moment is the best beginning of our life, right? If we take one step further, then you are more confident, then you are more successful, right? So please trust that this is also the motto for our team. And we have accumulated over the experience like 10 years, right? So on July 30th, right, please come over to Kaohsiung Jinsi Hall and invite more people to come over and listen to us and share our good ideas on July 30th, right? Please, right, let's repeat this, right? You don't have to really be something so you start, but you really have to start so you will be something, right? So ladies and gentlemen, okay, please do our best, right? And when I say you are wonderful, and you are truly wonderful, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the catchphrase for last week.
And through phrases, let's take a look from the Vietnamese volunteer Chen Dayu, a drought and salt damage in the province. They distribute water filter system, although Brother Dayu is suffering from the cerebral palsy, but he still enjoys Dharma teachings and share his own story and spread the wonderful Dharma to the residents in Vietnam. And we also take a look at the Brother Dayu in Chongqing. There's a drought in Chongqing area, and in Cambodia, they spread the Dharma teachings in Cambodia, and also in Dalin Hospital, Dr. Lai Junliang, he published a book, wonderful book, Key Points of a Diagnosis and Treatment of Lung Cancer. In Tainan, they enjoy the online study group and share what they have learned in online study group. And so in Vietnam, last week in United States, Vietnamese volunteer Chen Dayu drought and salt damage being to promise to distribute a water filter system and storage tower to help the poor people. And Dalin Hospital, Dr. Lai Junliang finding abnormal genes in precision medication with next generation technology. Volunteer in China shared Dharma teachings interaction, raising heart and love by Sister Luo Cai Yun, Sister Chun Mao, and Qi spread kindness seeds. And you are very great. Thank you. from one person. And right now, we have a co-team who is making this catching phrase every week. And we have this book. You will be able to purchase this book in Jinghui bookstore. And we also have our designated doll. And we welcome our doctor from Dalin City Hospital, Qiu Wenyan&Dr. He worked for Dalin City Hospital at the Radiation Oncology Department. Dr. Qiu, this poster was done by Sister Kaixuan in Jiahui. And the words was written by Sister Kaixuan. And this is the team of our editing, from our editing team. They are our editors of posters. And you can see how beautiful our posters are. And they learn from each other, so their poster looks better and better. And Dr. Qiu, in the early days, he has already joined Dalin City Hospital. And Dalin City Hospital included traditional Chinese medicine into the treatment for cancer patients. And when doctors are entering into internship, before they enter in the internship, they could learn from the clinical trial and learn from their intern experience. So they put this what they've learned case by case into play, so that the patients would understand better how the treatment is working on to help the patients. And we do not understand the precision medicine. And when we want to advance in medicine and to benefit the patients more, we have to learn from Dr. Qiu. And the last piece of news is the true beam. The radiotherapy is one of the great options for cancer patients, because they don't need to have to cut their body open to create a wound to remove cancer tumor. But radiotherapy, you can use the radiation beam to kill cancer cells, and we can target the tumor, the location of the tumor with radiation beam, and to concentrate the radiation beam onto the cancer tumor, so it will reduce the duration of treatment, and also will not create harm into the normal cells. I love to be with you because you have positive energy. And we welcome, it's our honor to welcome Dr. Qiu. And Dr. Lin was next to you in the video, and when you want to explain to Dr. Lin, Superintendent Dr. Lin, were you nervous? Dr. Qiu said he was nervous to make a report to Superintendent Lin, but he still calmed himself down and to make a great report. He drove to Kaohsiung. He was from Kaohsiung. And coming to Kaohsiung is like returning home to him, although he now lives in Jiahui, Dalin, and he's a young doctor, worked for Dalin Hospital, and he's from Kaohsiung. And his PowerPoint is very, very abundant information in his PowerPoint. He also gave us his word-to-word speech transcript to our interpretation team. I appreciate what he has done. He makes so much effort to make our interpretation easier. Thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful to have this opportunity. That when I got this, I was very nervous when I received this task that I'm going to be here to share with all of you. I was very touched. When we are going through this preparation process, I was very touched. When I'm making up this PowerPoint, I have to wait through very little, very detail into our process. So I got a greater review of this treatment process. And so I'm very grateful that I went through making up this PowerPoint. So I know what it made me feel even more confident in explaining to our patients how the treatment works. Last week, we mentioned about the precision. Last week, the precision was about how the patients who react, individual patients who react to differently to different drugs. But today, I'm going to talk about the precision medicine. It's about how precise you can deliver the radiation beam to kill the cancer tumors, cancer cells, and not to affect too much on the normal cells. And I am going to introduce the cancer treatment, because the cancer is nowadays become the #1 cause of death in the past 39 to 40 years. So we are going to talk about how we treat cancers. We have to deliver the radiation beam to a very precise location to kill cancer cells, not to affect too much on the normal cells. And we can see that the lung cancer tumor, and when you breathe, the lung cancer tumor is continuing moving, and the tumor, the diameter of the tumor is only 1 centimeter, but the moving displacement of the tumor is 2 to 3 centimeters while we're breathing. So when we send in the beam, radiation beam for the treatment, it has to cover around 5 centimeters to enclose the area of displacement of the tumor movement. So it needs to be very precise. The more precise our radiation beam enter our body, the less harm it creates on the normal cells. Which one is the radiation treatment? This only happened, the confusion only happened in Taiwan. In Taiwan, we call, for people call radiotherapy as electrical, treatment with electricity. It's actually, there's nothing to do with electricity. On the right, on the left, is what you have done in physical medicine and rehabilitation treatment, and they do use the electricity wave on your body, so you would feel the electricity current flowing in through your tissues. But the radiotherapy does not use electricity current flowing through your tissues. Some of my patients refuse to receive the radiotherapy because they have the myth of that if they receive radiotherapy, they would feel hurt because they thought they could feel the electricity current flowing through their tissues. But actually, no, they wouldn't feel the electricity current flowing into their flowing through their tissues. So there are the radiotherapy is about 100,000 times stronger than the X-ray, and of course it will create it will kill cells, but that's why we need to improve our precision, because if the more precise we deliver the radiation beam, the less harm it creates on normal cells. So we could improve the survival rate of cancer patients, and also we could improve the progression-free rate for cancer patients. And patient won't be able to see the radiation beam. It's not visible for human eyes, and the patient don't feel anything. And some patients are even curious why they doubt why they don't feel anything. Do they really receive treatment? Yes, you don't feel anything while during radiotherapy. For the myth about radiotherapy, some people they say that they have the myth that they after they receive radiotherapy, they couldn't hug their children, small children, because they would emit radiation to their children. No, that's not true. You won't emit any radiation after the radiotherapy, and you won't have any radiation residues on your body after the treatment, and you won't feel the whole body discomfort after radio treatment. In the old days, we have the cobalt-60 treatment for the cancer patients, and through the progress of the advancement of the modern technology, and nowadays we have the 3D and 4D treatment. We can make an analogy between the war between Ukraine and Russia. When they drop the bomb, they need to be more precise to a certain location, so that the bomb won't create too many too large number of casualties for the civilians. And now the rapid arc technology and is quite precise. And it's not like the 3D, the early age of 3D treatment. It's like shotgun. It still killed a lot of normal cell, but nowadays the whole body 3D navigation, it will be more precise. And we could monitor the breathing cycles, and they could hold the breath after the deep breath. And so we can shrink the affecting area of the radiation beam. And we would before the treatment of radiation therapy, they would the physicians would give their patient breathing training, so they know how to take deep breaths and hold the breath and exhale, control. And let's take a look at this. When the breathe up and down, inhale and exhalation, and we monitor the cycle of the breathing, we can also precisely control the location of the radiation beam entering the body. And we also use auditory feedback and sight feedback. We use the AI and AR for patient to be able to see and to see how the treatment entering in their body and how the radiation beam entering in their body. While they breathe, they could also monitor their own breath cycle. And the traditional image navigation system, we cannot precisely locate the image, but now the 4D control, the description being computed tomography system is a modern technology that they could rotate around the patient and to catch the precise location of the tumor. And we include.
And let's talk about some cases that I have treated, and so you can have a better understanding about this radiologies. So for the early stage of cancers, for example, the early stage of lung cancer and liver cancer, radiation therapy can be used instead of surgeries through the breathing control and the adaptive therapies, and the treating effect could be significantly improved and with very little side effect. But if you don't know about the skill, the patient will be scared. They just let it happen like this. They won't do anything about it. For the early stage of liver cancer, like the little circle on the upper left-hand side, and after the treatments, after the radiation therapies, the tumor can be completely disappears. And for this kind of a tumor is already grow into 6 centimeters. So after the 5th times of radiation therapies, the tumor is almost disappears. And it has a great effect for this kind of tumors. So before, people always thinking about after the radiation therapy, they will have the pneumonia or any infection. But nowadays, with this advanced technology, we can reduce the side effect. And for this, the primary liver cancers, and doctor told him that it's too late to perform a surgical resection, and even embolization is not possible to be done. So after we performed the radiation therapies, 1 month after the treatment, the size reduced 88%, and it has been 32 months. You can see the size of the tumor has reduced more than 99%, and the side effect is slightly fatigue. And for this patient with large liver cancers and the liver cancer with portal vein obstructions, so through the precise technology to increase the radiation dose and can effectively control the tumor. And for this patient, this patient, the cancer cell already metastasized to his lungs, but the location is very close to the heart and his ribs, because it is very difficult to perform a surgical resection. But through our advanced technology, the precise radiation therapies, now you can see after the therapy, the tumor completely disappears and there is no side effect. And in this image, the cancer cells has relapsed. So before the treatments, it was very close to the ribs, but after the therapy, the tumor completely disappears. So that means the disease already gone and the problem is solved. And such as one of my patients, especially in the middle of Taiwan, and this person, Mr. Wang, he's an apple farmer. He was suffer from oral cancer and was caused by the tobacco, alcohol, and bitterness. But after various treatments, the primary site was finally controlled. But during his follow-up, we find out that the cancer cell already metastasized to the lungs. And maybe at that time, we diagnosed is the stage 4 lung cancers. And as the image, you can see there's a 3 centimeters tumors that was very close to the LDART. It's inoperable, and it was, and through the precise radiation therapy, the metastatic tumor completely disappeared after the treatment. Now he's able to return back to work. And we also have the patient. He was suffer from pain, but the tumor was still growing and metastasized to bone, and it's extremely painful. And we can perform the radiation therapy and adjust the doses simultaneously according to the patient's condition. And now after the therapy, even the bone was regrowing. And this is a breast cancer patient. He has a wound and it was inoperable. So the wound need to change dressing several times a day, and it was extremely painful. There's no other way to do it. And for us, we can perform the radiation therapies. So after the treatment, the skin starting to heal, and now she only need to change dressing once a day. So not just to cure the cancer, we also need to control their side effect. And let's look at this patient's feet. He's suffering from diabetes for years, and it caused a poor blood circulation in the feet. And there were tumor cover all over under his feet. And we did a biopsy. It's not just ulcers. It is a Kaposi sarcoma malignant tumors. And if we perform the surgery, maybe the patient will end up with amputations. So we need to monitor this simultaneously when we perform the radiotherapies. As you can see, we draw lots of lines under his feet because we're adjusting the radiation positions. So we modify the treatment simultaneously according to the patient's skin conditions. So 5 months later, the tumor disappeared and the skin returned to normal with no wounds and no hardening of the skin. So this is all rely on doctor's treatments. So every day I visit this patient and adjust my treatment simultaneously according to the patient's condition. So now he can also resume to his work. So through the improvement of these medical technologies and continuous refinements, such as the doctor as ourselves, we need to continue training ourselves to learn the advanced knowledge to improve ourselves. And in addition, the Dalin also introduced proton therapies, which is also the type of radiations. And the proton therapy can be used on the patient who is hard to be treated and also recurrent many times. The proton therapy has a great effect. So in the future, we would like to create a world that has no fear of cancer. So, and also we are not just to cure their disease, we're only taking care of their mental problems. So we need to perform the precisely mental treatments. So this is called holistic healthcare. Just like the patient check into our hospitals, they usually visit many different departments. They have to running around in the hospitals. So we decided to simplify the check-in process. So the patient only needs to use the barcode to scan the barcode so he can check in immediately to reduce the human error, also improve this personal privacies. And usually inside of the treating room, because the equipment need to be kept in the cool environments. So every time patient come to the treating room, he always complain about it is so cold. So we provide blankets and also a thicken, more thicker patient treatment gown to keep patient warm, and patient can feel more comfortable during treatments. And during treatment, we can also perform the chemotherapy and radiation therapy that can combine together. And we will have the nurse to give them a health education and to train dressing for them. And some of the patients say, some of the patients, they're older and they might not able to walk. So, they have to go to the dressing room to change the dressing treatment gowns. And we install a lot of handrail inside of the treating rooms. So we also design the emergency belts, the wireless emergency belts that the patient hold it in her hands. If she encounters any discomfort, she can report it to us right away. So with all these developments, we want to invention patent certification in Taiwan. And not just patient receive a good treatments, and also we made a good affinity with the patients. So our electronic information system has also obtained patents, and technology transfer to manufacturers. And as this video, you can see the cancer patient also worry about the infection and hospitalizations. And such as my patient suffer from the esophagus cancers, and after the tumor was cured, but because the immune system was decreasing, so he passed away. So all of this treatment before she passed away is actually not necessary. So for the elderly patient who was infected as a pneumonia, we actually conduct the research on other problems of cancer patients, such as infection and pneumonia. We have to conduct a research the protective effect of the vaccine on cancer in the elderly, and find out that the protective effect is still very good. So we still encourage patients to get the pneumococcal vaccines and to reduce the pneumonias occurs. So through all of this process, we always think about what patient needs, and we can provide them. We can provide a treatment place for the love. So once they step inside the treatment room, they were surrounded by love. And thank you for listening. We really appreciate Mr. Dr. Yan. He even finished his presentation before the time's up. So through the presentation, do you feel that that was very touching? And as you can see the presentation in his PowerPoint, there's some cuffs and the patient coughs, so the sleeve will not fall down. They will just start with your thumb. So like before, when I entered the operation room, it was extremely cold inside of the treatment rooms. So under this environment, it is very cold. But what I remember is at that time, there was no heating lamp. But it's not only in Dalin, Ziji. The doctor say not all of the operation room or the treatment room has the heating lamp. Like for myself, I really feel very cold even before the operation started. But there's nothing we can do about it. So we can say that Ciji is very soft, that we offer the heating lamp and the thicker treatment gauze. And the feedback from our other friends. So I did not realize that the cancer can be metastasized to the other places. Thanks to Dr. Qiu Wenyan to give us such a professional introductions. And also his presentation is very excellent and very detailed. Let's give him a big hand. And also the other feedbacks. Lots of patients suffer from cancers, and it was very challenging to receive the radiation therapies. So lots of the time when we receive the therapies is to ease the pains. It's not just to cure the disease, but we also take care of their quality of life. So, and the other feedback, the knowledge the medical knowledge always refresh our memory, always let us learn a lot of things about the disease and how the advanced technology can help us in the futures. We really appreciate him. His very precise and very knowledgeable presentation. Thanks to Dr. Qiu Wenyan give us such a professional presentation. Thank you, everyone. So don't be nervous, we are all wells. So as you can see from the presentations, probably somebody was I think somebody just tripped inside of the Jinsi Hall. So everybody, please pay attention on your steps. Well, he tripped three times. So everybody
my husband
has to be very careful on the slopes, to walking on the slopes. So we hope that more and more family can also take care of your own health. And right under these moments, we have lots of feedbacks about Jinghui. And last month, there's a lot of people are saving the videotape during the flood. The Siji people, whenever they heard about Master's calling, we will make this happen. We'll try everything to make things happen. We appreciate every volunteer who try to save those sutras. And those sutras are the histories for us. So the volunteer did a lot of efforts to save the books from the flooding. At that year, the hurricanes really hit Taiwan very badly. So we really appreciate all the volunteers' work. And for this person, he also participates in cleaning the tape. That is the documentary tape that recorded all of the volunteers' footsteps. It even says that the Western life and we need to grow our Western lives. And so join Siji, especially for the overseas volunteer, is the best way to improve your Western life. It's very royalty as our study groups members. And we also thanks to the other presentations and the feedback from all the other volunteers. When we arrive at the scenes, we just realize it is so intense at the stage. No matter where you are, just press like and leave message and leave the message to our group and encourage our group and encourage the presentations, the person who did the presentations. So today we are going to Guangdong.
Now we're going to call out to Guangdong, Zhuhai, and then we're going to Zhuhai, Guangdong province. So let's watch this video to talk about their year-end blessing ceremony. So this video was telling us that because of the COVID-19 pandemic, everyone is follow the rule. So measure the temperature first, Although the COVID-19 pandemic, Tzu Ji's activity is not that much, but we still provide love and care to the neighborhood and to the people in need. It may be a little bit difficult to search the video about the speaker today, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we still can locate this year-end blessing ceremony video. And they also try their very best to promote the vegetarian diet. And then this is another video. It's years ago during the COVID-19 epidemic prevention. Tzu Ji volunteers help government to measure people's temperature. And then Tzu Ji volunteers people's temperature, but they also try their best to promote vegetarian diet, telling people that eating vegetarian meal not only good for our health, but also good for the environment. So the resident she said that actually from time to time she ate a vegetarian meal, and every lunar calendar on the 1st or 15th she ate a vegetarian diet. Actually, it's very important for every Tzu Ji volunteers, no matter where you are, we just needed to do our best to try to promote vegetarian, to promote the vegetarian diet. So let's say the password and welcome our speaker today. So I like to stay with you because you have positive energies. So welcome Su Yingwei. Now you can start to do the sharing. I am very happy now we can hear from you. So you may start to do the sharing. Yes, please. So everyone, good day. I am Su Yingwei from Zhuhai. When I received my Dharma name, Yi, I was touched with tearing eyes as I know Master Zheng Yan wants me to come out of the cocoon and become a butterfly. Sorry, I have to disturb you a while. I need to disturb you. Please. Okay, please. You have to do something to turn off maybe your cell phone or your other computer because we heard the echo and it's kind of noisy. So you have to do something. So please turn off maybe your cell phone. Now how about right now? Okay, now it's better. Okay, now you have start off from the beginning. Okay, so good day, everyone. I am Su Yingwei from Zhuhai. When I first my Dharma name Yi, I was very touched because I know Master Zheng Yan actually wants me to come out of the cocoon and become a butterfly. So I would like to share a topic, a path of no regret. 10 years ago, in 2030, I have to work and took care of my mother, who was suffering from stroke for 8 years. and she became very depressed and always got a short temper. I often complained my elder sisters and brothers who did not share the work to look after my mother. In the same year, my co-worker, Ziji volunteer, Sister Li Xiaoyan, invited me to join an event about the filial piety, and I was deeply touched by the Ziji volunteers, their humble and warm smiles. In 2015, I was laid off and opened a livestock farming with my friend. At the same time, I was taking the training program to be a Ziji certified commissioner. I know it was a negative karma by running this kind of business, but I couldn't close it too fast because of the partnership. I struggle and pray every day that the livestock we raise will forgive me. In the following year, I got a big car accident and had a community fracture and bone defect. A 6-pound external brace was made for my lower leg. In addition, I was infected, and doctors say if I couldn't be treated, the limb might have to be amputated. I was so sorry, and I feel regret what I have done by killing so many livestock to make a living. Not until I was hurt did I understand the innocent animals' pain when they were killed. Then I realized why Master Zheng Yan asked us not kill anything. So later on, I made a vow that I decided to be a vegetarian, and I want to promote a vegetarian diet. Although I have to undergo more than 20 surgeries and the road to recovering actually was extremely difficult, I thought about doing Tzu Ji. I must have a healthy body. So I spent 5 to 6 hours to do the rehabilitation exercise every day. During my hospitalization, I often share vegetarian diet with doctors, nurses, and the patients. But doctors say that the vegetarian diet was non-nutritious and was not helpful to my recovery. But I insist on eating vegetarian diet. The physical examination report show actually I'm doing well. So my doctor later on was convinced and no longer to object to me about being a vegetarian. Due to the severe injury, the training program actually was stopped. And the car accident made me realize the life was impermanent. And then I felt like I was actually left behind without doing Tzu Ji activities. So I was asked to start the training program from the apprenticeship. I was asked to handle some paperwork. I can walk slowly and cycling, driving normally. I realized that only by opening the heart, then I will become healthier and healthier. But then in 2021, my husband was ill, and at 10 o'clock in the evening, Tzu Ji volunteers in Zhuhai accompanied me to go through the hospitalization procedure. So having a family around made me feel at ease. Tzu Ji volunteer also keep telling my husband to not be afraid and encourage him to be positive and live well. My husband was touched, and since then, with the love and care by Tzu Ji volunteers, he started to listen to Master Dharma's teaching. And the more he learned, the more he liked it. Sometimes he got up late and mixed the morning teaching. He just watched the program of Wisdom at Dawn on Dalin TV. When life was tough, I remember Master Zheng Yan said that we should be grateful when encountering difficulty. Now is the time to test whether we can apply the Dharma teachings. Therefore, we did not complain. I took my husband to do the medical treatment. At the same time, I also joined Tzu Chi activities. By the end of 2021, my husband stayed at the hospital where Sister Li Zhi worked. And he made the vow that after he returned home, he would like to devote himself doing the recycling and be a vegetarian diet. Because joining Tzu Chi activity, I learned that we needed to be grateful. I really appreciate Tzu Chi's love. And thanks to Tzu Chi, I've received continuous care and love from Tzu Chi volunteers in Yuzhen, Foshan, Zhuhai, where my life was at the lowest point. In the end of the sharing, I would like to share Jing's aphorism. One should not be afraid of committing mistake, but only afraid of not correcting the mistake. I'm grateful Master Zhang Yang established Tzu Chi. To me, Tzu Chi is the affinity. We need to cherish this affinity and cherish Master Zhang Yang, also cherish ourselves. Thank you for your wonderful sharing. She was talking about the story of herself today. I believe that everyone has the same feeling. Without Tzu Chi, maybe we may complain a lot about our life. When we heard from
and it's great that we have volunteers of Tzu Chi that accompanies her so that she could just be faced with smoothly all the disasters and all the accidents that were around her, right? So this is a kind of a wonderful sharing from Zhuhai, China, okay? And during the pandemic, and we really are grateful that we also had a year-end ceremony also in China, right? And that Guan Xinyin from Canada says that we were already blessed, therefore we are powerful enough to do all the good deeds, right? Okay? And well, she's offline now, okay? And so, today it's really cute that all the sharers, online were just, well, so cute, right? Okay? And we have a great technology with us, right? And a lot of things that cannot be prevented beforehand, just like today of our sharers, right? Okay. And we have a Luqing from Jordan. Do you know why she didn't just let us hear about her voice, right? It's because that her microphone was damaged today, right? Okay, so it was really a coincidence, right? Okay, and today we have our activity, right? And I'm gonna be standing with them now, okay? And well, okay, and today you see, our April, okay, her name is April. Here is so elegantly standing here, and I was kind of a little bit a surprise, right? Okay, and we really, okay, let's go back to Luqing, okay, from Jordan, and we had a test. We did a test with her this early morning from Jordan, between Jordan and Taiwan. However, okay, her microphone was just damaged at this right moment that she wanna do her sharing, right? Well, this is also kind of a disadvantages of a technology, right? Okay. And also, what happened today is that, okay, there's kind of some kind of problems, okay, her a computer, right? And today we really had a lot of problems, right? Okay, so well, everything that happens is kind of a great thing for us, right? Okay, and well, this is kind of a challenging day, right? Okay. And well, really have to say, yeah, this is kind of surprising again, right? Okay. And now our like a designing like a ship, right? A graphic designing ship Kaishen is online, right? And she knows everything that I'm talking about, right? Okay. So when you run a handle kind of devices, gauges like a something to do with like a technology, right? So it is really kind of a challenge, right? And I say so much today because I want everybody to know that everyone is important, right? Okay, so every tiny character is very important right here, right? Okay, no matter what like a role you are, okay, in here, and it is just as important as, okay, we can imagine, right? Okay, so everything that happens is kind of a great affinity, right? And if you feel this is great, this is blessed, and please, right, do this like a more diligently, right? Okay, and we have Kaishen's message saying that okay, all the people here today, okay, are our like a good friends, right? Okay. And because before she knew me that, okay, she just listed me on the like a blacklister, okay. And here is a second message saying that this is kind of diligent team that really offer line up a great deal for us, right? Okay, so it's been 2 hours, right, that we are sitting here since we are sitting here. So today now let's just do some stretch outs, right? Ladies and gentlemen, activity team. Okay.
首先，我们先来先祝福大家健康平安每一天。
So please stand up and let's stretch it out. So let's go now.
脚踏一踏，来，踏起您的脚步，一起来。踏踏踏踏，拍3下，再来。拍3下，点肩，点肩，手举高，加油。 准备提水桶，提水桶呀，提水桶，大家一起提水桶。准备擦镜子，擦镜子往上，擦镜子往下，擦镜子往上，擦镜子往下，点肩，点肩，点肩，手举高，加油，非常棒哦！准备跑步，跑步，换边，再一回。 换边，擦镜子，擦镜子往上，擦镜子往下，擦镜子往上，擦镜子往下，点肩。举高，准备大力水手，
照手牵手，心安自在，快乐活，自己救。
准备踏步，慈济常照大爱多。 感恩多，慈济常照健康多，慈济常照快乐多，歌几伴。
是少年数来宝，
加油！
手脚并用，
准备提水桶，提水桶呀，提水桶。
化废为宝，公益
加油！
街头巷尾人人好。
大家一起擦镜子，擦镜子往上，擦镜子往下，大力一点。 非常好，点肩，
就是刚健，
加油加油，手举高，
从无名
准备跑步，
环保志工跑在前，社区关怀
再一回，
妙事连连妙连篇，
擦镜子，这次小小的擦，慢慢往下擦，嘿，慢慢往上擦，慢慢往下擦，来，点肩点肩，手举高。 非常好哦！准备大力水手，
常照手牵手，心安自在，快乐活，
加油！
自己救。
准备踏步，慈济常照大爱多，慈济常照感恩多，慈济常照健康多，慈济常照快乐多。接下来还有一首歌曲。 勤练健身操。
好的， 来了，踏步踏步踏步，踏步踏步，好有精神，力量往前，前走前走，长好向上，举高举高，准备交叉打开，交叉打开，交叉打开。准备跑步的动作，往边，准备画大圆，
大太阳，
再3个，
大太阳，
再2个，
太阳出
再1
来
个，
放光芒，
闪亮，
光照万物，万物生，
再1圈，
光照身体，身
画大
体照，
圆，
圆月亮，
再3个，
月亮，
再2个，
月亮出
再1个，闪亮，
光照心上是光明，
再1圈，
光照路上是
准备划
太
船，
阳月亮有爱心，
换脚，
日夜帮人忙，
双摆拍手，
身高精练健身操，身心才健康。
准备划船，
太阳月亮
来1个换脚，
日夜帮人忙，
双摆拍手，
高精练健身操，心宽精神
准
爽。
备跑步，力量力量力量，换边，准备画大圆，
太阳，
再3个，
太阳，
再2个，
太阳出来放光芒，
闪亮，
光照万物，万物生，
再1圈，
照身体，身
准
体
备画
照。
大圆，
月亮，圆月亮，
再2个，
出来照四方，
闪亮，
光照心上是光明，
再1圈，
光照路上是
准备划船，
太阳月亮有爱心，
换脚，
日夜帮人忙，
准备双摆拍手，
身高精练健身操，身心才健
准
康。
备划船，
月亮有爱心，
换脚，
日夜帮人忙，
双摆拍手，
高精练健身操，心宽精神
准
爽，
备收操，
心宽精神
1、
爽。
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9，对呀，来拍拍手，好，大家慢慢请坐。活动组祝福大家健康活力旺，心态健康，胸盖赞，谢谢。有没有觉得很棒？看到他们就活络起来哈。所以呢，最近我们的访视团队就跟我们讲说，今年的新芽是在11月12日，然后我就马上处理。
Okay, everyone, just be a seat.
找我们团队的话，我们就将近40-50个人，各就各位，然后扮演不同的一个职。
Did you feel like good when you stretch out in the after exercise?
所以团队就在这个时候可以练习一下平常的一个能力。
And this year, and they told us the
导播 take 的是简报画面
the new bond
大家看到这样的简报画面呢。这一首歌
party
非常先呢，是我们林碧玉
that is on October.
然后哪一位师兄做的呢？其实这位师兄大家不太
And our team, we can practice to do the activity. And please have a look the pictures, and you can see a lot of old people that stretch and they do the exercise. And you look at them, yeah.
那包括大一台刚
And
开始疫情的时候，是不是有2首洗手歌？我们也是每周轮流来带这2首。
We can see that have the songs and made by the Yang Zipu, Mr. Yang Zipu.
那我们的阿公阿嬷也都会唱哦，都很棒。
And this song is for the activity for the elder people. So we will practice these 2 songs every week. And we want to encourage our old people to do the exercise. And we made this video and the picture by our teens. We really very appreciate a lot of teams. They do different work for everyone. Everybody try their hard and benefit the communities. We know how to. We don't know how to do in the beginning, but we learn how to do it. And this picture we received from Taichung's teens. You can see these pictures, and they all were very happy and touching. And some people say because the microphone problem and they couldn't hear very properly.
贵阳的姚淑颖，他说佛心师字步步生莲，你有没有看到？我们这边看到的是高明善师兄，所以他当然内容就是扣住这边高明善师兄。
Everybody, we can put on what you think and your feedback on the line.
本书，但是我们透过300到500个字，可以记录心中的感动，成为一篇善效应的作者。我们会帮您专属这个部分，做出这样的。美编善效应有泰国的秋玉师姐，还有呢我们的洪瑜婷高雄的，还有大陆的。
And for all the positive feedbacks, and we will just do you the graphic designing, right? And we have a great team, okay, in both China and Taiwan, and all the good news will be just spread throughout the world successfully, okay? And Gao Mingzhan is the only person that I really witnessed in person in online study group at Kaohsiung, right? And because he said and she says that for all the sharers, right, for online study group at Kaohsiung were never met by him, right? And Gao Mingzhan was the only person that he really saw in person, right? Okay, do you know why? And because she had no time, okay, to go to the men's site in Kaohsiung, right? So therefore, okay, and she says that she was really touched that she could just meet the speaker in person, and Gao Mingzhan was so friendly and amicable there, and I was so touched after I just became a Tzu volunteer for 3 years at time, right? And I really experienced what respect and love and the gratitude meant for him, for her, right? Okay, and she just want to mention, okay, how touched she felt from all of deep feelings inside her, okay, to Gao Mingzhan, and we have a feedback from Kunshan, China, talking about the story of Chen Yuzhen from Zhanghua, Taiwan. Okay, and Mr. Zheng Yan says that she really want to purify the world and the people's hearts, right? And whenever she talks about this, Mr. Zheng Yan would just be touched into tears, right? Okay, and Mr. Zheng Yan also says that if everybody can treat all the people as Buddhas, right, and it is a pure world, it is a purified world, right? Okay, and Yuzhen said that okay, she was really also touched by this, right? Okay, and she continued thinking, okay, about what was going on there, okay, and she said that this was the very point that really touched her, right, okay. And all the vows and all the aspirations she heard were so-called like a great vows, right? Okay, and she continued like doing so. Okay, and one thing more is that she had a CT scanning and she got something wrong in her brain. Okay, and when and she was under the like surgery. Okay, and like a thought just came into her mind. She says that okay to herself, right? Okay, if this scan, this surgery would be like kind of successful to her, and she would just wholeheartedly like do the 实际 like a voluntary jobs, right? And it was like her sort of that just popping up, okay, when she was under the surgery, all right. And this is also a feedback from Shijing and Wenqing promoting like a vegetarianism. Okay, although her sound was kind of weak because of all the like a 10th year like anniversary. Okay, therefore Shijing was a little bit weak there, but she still like worked so hard promoting vegetarianism, and she explained very clearly about the idea and when and why and the WH's about and why we have to adopt vegetarianism. And this was really touching. This is what I saw, right? And one more feedback is about the fun ones like shares, okay, sharings, okay, and she was so touched and grateful about what the Buddha bathing was all about, and she also learned about the true meanings of better bathing, and it also reminded her about her mother's passing away in like 2022, and she said like she was so grateful, okay, because of her mom and because of her fun ones sharing, and it is all about like a good knowledge. It's not only about a company, but also the knowledge. For example, like a preventive preventive education. Okay, so this is really good news, right? And this is all about the like positive feedbacks, right? Okay, and now we have so many pieces of like positive feedbacks, right? So this is kind of a great power for us, right? Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, like we have Anchorman Li Mingjun from the ITV again. I say again, coming here, okay, and he is with us today, and his like a brief introduction is completed by our team, and also we have Yiping, who does the graphic designing for Li Mingjun. Okay, and he is very busy, and he just did all the jobs during the late night, right? Okay, and Mingjun like comes here really frequently, and you will see that whenever she comes here, and the topics are always different, right? Okay, he really lives a wonderful life, right? And he had such like topics about like vegetarianism and the new ideas about the lunar July. And today he is preventing one more new idea, which is about like changing your mind, and everything's gonna be more smooth, right?
Okay, Li Mingjun announced that today his topic is talk about reframes, the life and the thought. Produce the 100 grams burger, you have to use the 100 later. It's almost takes the 9 days for people. And the parents want to change for the children. And if anyone want to change, can you raise your hand? I want to try to become vegetarian. Okay, we from this video, we can see the Mingjun, he promotes to become a vegetarian. and that it's very important thing. He say he go to, before he become a vegetarian, he go to eat a lot of buffets. So we think it's a lot of fun, and he also made a vow to do the speech, and later Mingjun he will share his experience. Have you ever been to the Guandu abode? You can see the businessmen, they just take the pictures in the Guandu abode, and this place is really can spend for one more day, which I can read and have a coffee and also calm down my mind. And after the tour, guys in this place, and we can see the Master Zhang Yan. He really collect everyone's heart and bring all the people work in the front to help the people, including the COVID-19 or the earthquake on the. And this place is also, you can see the Lin Mingjun anchors. He shared his experience in this place. He teach everybody's. The media, the children have a look, is also affect the children a lot. Anyway, we can see this. The businessmen, they went to the Guandu abode to have a tour in the Guandu abode. You can see a lot of people have a different feeling and experience in this place. And this few days ago, Kaohsiung's also have a volunteer. They also go to Taipei to visit the Guandu abode. Remember to go to this place to have a look. And they also have some kinds of restaurant there. And today is Lin Mingjun. He bring the new topic to want to share everybody. And in this time, everybody just welcome the Lin Mingjun anchors on diet. I really appreciate you be here because you always positive to us. It's so grateful to teacher Meiyun and give me have a chance to come to the study group here. I really made the vows to have the speech, and so far is almost 1800 speech, and I also have another 900 speech have to go on. And on this study groups is inspire me a lot, and I also can see I have a lot team to promote the vegetarian, and if the people want to help me to promote the vegetarian, please just contact to me. And I also heard about the sister, they share her experience. I also feel very touched. And in the typhoon, and I also went to that day, the flood is almost it's that high, and I got a lot of stories, and I want to share to everyone. But very important thing is, what is the Dalin doing? Of course, it's Dalin will land the world more likely In fact, this topic, the great love, will encourage all the people in all the world. And I think very important thing is just reframe your thought and reframe your life. How can you reframe your thought? And the first thing is join the study group. What is the friend's thought? Let it change your thought immediately. We have a look at the picture. Sometimes we just couldn't think the thing very directly. When the teacher asked the student go to buy the globe, but they spend 1 hour haven't come back, and why the teacher asked, why you just had such a long time to buy the globe? But the student answered, because I cannot find the right hand the globe. And let's see this video. This video is a drama, and because it's have a sign language, and the father said, "Oh, you want to marry?" And but the daughters try to interpret, but the sister just interpret a totally different meaning, and the brother just want to eat the snack, ask the father to have a try the biscuit or cat, but the sister just give father totally different meaning, and so the father just misunderstand the brother want to get married. Yeah, so you can see he say, why my father doesn't taste the cake, but so the father just couldn't understand what he's meaning. And did you have any time you meet this situation? So sometimes we need to have the brain twist. I'm going to have some brain twist. And then when Xiaoming received the present, but why he just kick out the present? Because the answer is the soccer. And Xiaoming every day spend a lot of money, but why his dear is the minion? The answer is because he was lenient. And the third, Xiaoming take $100 to buy the 75 stuff, but while the owner just returned him back $5 because Xiaoming just get the $80 to the owner. And Xiaoming, he know the answer about the exam, but why he's still cheating to see somebody else? Because Xiaoming is the teacher. And also her mother named her daughter is Beauty Wang. Why she choose this name? Because everybody will call her the beautiful mother. And Xiaoming wants to travel to the Shanghai. How much it may cost? And the answer is, if you just thinking to go to travel to Shanghai, actually is just nothing. It costs nothing. If you just change your thought, it's good to change the positive. If like a chicken and a goose, they have a race, and the white chicken ride faster than goose, and the white is in the end is winner. So because the chicken have the wrong direction, so they tell us, if we want to refrain our soul, we need to change the right direction. And also have one example is after smoking is not good for the body, but somebody just answer, okay, because in order my healthy, so I don't want to eat anymore. So a lot of things have a different perspective. one day, our company have the dinner party together, and the red bean soup is cooked very soft, and but my daughter and the son, they just think, oh, the Hongdou soup is cooked so terrible. So the terrible and the soft actually is the same character, the name. So the same word, they also have a different meaning. And this song is talk about where is the wrong, where is the complaint, and everything is just your opinion different, and everything is just depend on your thought. So I have an article that is say the mother asks the children, when you go to the school and you find out your $10 disappear, and what do you think? Just thinking positive way, and the children will think, okay, it's lucky I didn't lose 100. And the mother also asks the children on the way to the school, but the raining have a heavy rain, and the children just say, it's so lucky our uncles is nearby, they can give me the umbrella. So the mother also, a girl, they lose a watch and she was not very happy, and the priest just asked, if you lose 100,000, and will you lose another 200,000? And so the girl just answered, of course not, that won't. So the priest say, why? Because you lose your watch, and you have to lose your happy and healthy. So you can see the picture. That is my friend, and he got the new book. And let's have a experience. Okay, have a grandpa. I'm so worried. Go to the army, and lucky draw that you might be maybe in the Taiwan island. And if you are not in the Taiwan in the island, you might be in the Watch Coast. But so if you are in the island, yeah, you don't need to worry, because sometimes it's not too danger. And the grandson asked grandpa again, if I be the coast watching, can I in the intruder? And grandpa said, don't worry about it. If you really need the intruder, maybe you just have a little just injured. And the grandson also said, if I die, how can I do? The grandpa said, you don't need, if you die, you really don't need to worry. So I want to tell everyone, the sad is one day, happy is one day. And so I have experience. One day, a hot day, I sit in the car, but the car inside the AC didn't turn on, and one is so hot, but his friend is so very happy, and he's sweating, and his friend thinking the sweating is good for body because that is the detoxification. So I also want to share one story. My wife come back from Switzerland, and she got a present to his friend, and we asked why you need to buy the present for someone, and my wife said that it's just want to express our gratitude for everyone. And if you change the name, they actually have a different meaning. For example, the stew A, if you change it to count like a frag or egg, that's different. If like a sweet potato country, you become the Chinese risotto with sweet potato. Or like a cold noodle, you can translate become the Italian spaghetti with a special sauce. Or a wrapping cake, you can change name become the French style pasta with the red bean paste. If you just change the name, and maybe you also change your soul. We also have for example, the school also change your name. You also will different meaning, or some kinds of major or department they change. For example, the earthquake department they change the Earth Environmental Science Department. And next one we can think about like a fortune teller. Someone went to fortune teller and they asked, is it possible I get promotion in 1 year? And the fortune teller said, of course, yes. But after 1 year, the man said, but why I still want small stuff? But fortune teller said, did your location change? And yes, from 9 floors move to 10 floors. So fortune teller said, of course, they still is got kinds of promotion because you from 9 floors change to 10 floors. And one of my friends, and he have the exam, and before the exam, he will go to the temple to make the draw, but he got the shortest draw, and when he draw the bad luck draw, he just try again and again, and he totally got 14 shortest draws. And when you receive the 14 shortest draw, what do you think? And after that, he went to exam, but he got the top one in the exam. Yeah, if he didn't got the shortest draw, he maybe will not study hard because he draw the shortest draw, so he want to prove he need to overcome that, so he study hard. But also have one of my friend, he got the shortest draw, and he will throw away this shortest draw and say, oh, I want to try another one, because he say, I don't want to let the God to decide my future. I want to decide by myself. And also have a stories about the Earth scholar went to the exam. Before that, they have 3 dreams, and one dream is you grow the cabbage on the wall. Second one is you wear the straw hat and the umbrella, and the third one is you sleep with your partner, but your bed with bed. But so they have a different definition. Some people say you grow the cabbage on the wall, and that is mean you will pass this exam. And we also come to have a look. Poor people, they study. They don't have a rice, they don't have a noodle, everything they will be fine. They can survive. But if rich people come to study, they also different definition. So the rich people, they maybe will think, if I don't have a rice, I can choose a noodle. If I don't have a chicken, I can choose the dog. And so they is just the word different. For example, like and everyone want you have a perfect healthy, but if your body have the imperfectional, actually also represent you are very healthy. Some people say if you got a lot of mole, they will get more live longer. If you have a skin oil, maybe you week will live less. If you have very big ear, you might be have very good healing. And if man with a bow, you maybe get the cancer, the possibility will drop. And so let's tell us, if you change your thought, the happiness is in your mind. If you have a good temper, it's better than good weather. So let's tell us, everything is just change your thought. And I want to share my experience about when I see the traffic truck, and I will feel very grateful because one time when I saw a traffic truck in front of my car, and I just immediately have very bad throat, but I quickly just changed my thought, and I need to appreciate the traffic car. I appreciate the cleaner to keep our environment very clean. Yeah, so I also want to tell everyone about the flight ticket. I received the ticket from when I traveled to the Taitung, and at the time I just very upset, and I just think if have these ticket, I might be should take the train to the Taitung. Yeah, and but I quickly changed my thought. I even though I get the ticket, but I very safety with this trip. And sometimes when I have early shift, and one time have the car is making the home behind me, I was very happy. But I quickly immediately changed my thought. When someone beeping the horn, I should feel grateful because the beeping is like make the sound about the fortune. Yeah, is somebody just wish me is earn lots of money, and because I changed my thought, so I
好珍惜那时候的笑闹声，我就不会起烦恼心。事实上，我现在还听得到吗？听不到了，所以还好。
And then one time, my two kids were left in and pray in the back seat, but that make me get him annoyed. However, I changed my mindset and understood that I should cherish this opportunity. So, because when they grow up, I won't hear that so often. And another example is that some people say I've been so busy, but we should actually appreciate that we have such opportunities to be busy. And I would also like to share another example. One time I feel sort of uncomfortable, and initially I feel sort of want to making complaints.
我的工作又是说话，那我能够到现在才喉咙痛，我好感恩老天爷对我的厚爱。
The anchor and encourage people to speak in good words. Then why I suffer from the sore throat? But once I change my mindset, then everything is different. Because even my speeches and demonstrations are very much. So actually, I can still remember my voice in good conditions. So that's why I also appreciate that. So with the gratitude and the blessing, I can also change the perceptions. I also reflect and repent that I probably not use or maintain my throat in good way. So I want to make aspirations that I would like to form good affinities with others in the future.
So
through these 4 steps that we can make the situation different. And okay, let's shift our mindset together. If you were cheated out of minion, what would you think? And how about if you lost your house? How to shift your mindset? And fortunately, I'm still alive. And how about fail in business? I still have the opportunity to start over because I'm still healthy. And how about the marriage? Yeah, if you can have another different perspectives, then everything will be different. And how about the loved one passed away and is free from pain? And how about someone described me and suffering from illness? And how about death with only 1 week to live? We should appreciate that we still have time. These are some of the examples we can shift our mindset. And what if someone make us getting us in trouble, but we can think that he is making difficult with me, or is he trying to forge me? So different thoughts lead to different paths, and different paths in life lead to different paths in reincarnation, and the path to enlightenment is also different. So before that, the key factor is our thinking. And that's talking about focus on trivial matters. Why find her find long hair in the house and suspects her husband of having an affair? But after not finding the long hair for a while, she actually suspects her husband having an affair with someone on to go chemotherapy. How about the master? Someone asks, Master, what should I do if children have poor brains? Just be obedient, but they aren't obedient, then focus on their health. Their health is not good. Master said having children already good. And look at this picture. Even there's something that people might consider as an unfortunate growth, but if we can change our mind, we can get different outlooks. So overthinking leads to getting stuck in dilemma. With a simple heart, contentment, and understanding the rise, then the beauty of the world will be appreciated anytime. And some people speak loudly and directly, but it's just a habit. Don't let yourself be influenced by others' words and actions. If the unfortunate event has already happened, then don't pipe up the afflictions upon another. So you can change the mindset to transform afflictions into enlightenment. Happiness is just a shift in mindset. By giving love and benefit others, you increase your own blessing. And the so-called liberation is the exercise of wisdom to dissolve the tangle of afflictions in mind. And actually, there's one time Sister Ji talked about she wants to divorce. However, Master said, if you divorce, you have to start over from scratch in your next life. So she gave up that idea. And another time that she also complained that she spoke to someone for a long time, but no decent response. So Master responded that you should appreciate that he's willing to listen to you for such a long time. And when we encounter some people or worldly events, we should think what we Master think about it.
and then we probably know how to deal it. Tzu Ji actually was misunderstood in some situations. Then what master would say, would respond. So if you struggle, entangled in worries, you are the one suffering. So let's say this person is fearful to repress awful. And we can also even change to so lovely. If you can shift your mindset, then everything will be different. You go to the hill, we can change to encourage people, do good deeds to offset the past wrongdoings. And one time, I also encountered an example that if the person is doing differently or in different position, our concept on him or her might be different. And also in turning of regarding the standard by ignorant nepotism, we have a frontier. He was actually a hot-tempered pilot. And next, let's share from the perspective of time, space, and the relationships between people. And what would it be after one day or 1 month? Or even a lifetime. And also, how about if that happened like meters away, light years away, or 1 years away? If I were him, would I want more benefactors or more enemies? And do we pray for everyone's well-being during the new year? But if we plan or send someone else for their wrongdoings, and actually even for that great evil or retribution, we should encourage people to do good. And instead of saying no famine, we should say abundant food and clothing. Replace no natural disasters to favorable weather conditions. If you still cannot shift your soul, then you should change your karma. If the karma is not the result, the affliction will persist. So engage in extensive repentance and make great vows. So how would Master think? How would the Buddha think? Shifting thoughts is like changing karma, and shifting thoughts is like changing destiny. To prepare for this speech, I followed the 18 books, but due to being busy, I only read 3 of them. So this is also quite helpful to me. I also shared in my blog, so hope to share with you. And thank you so much for giving these opportunities, and hope you will start to try to shift your mindset. So let's light up the world with great love. Let's sing together. 对，还缺900场，但我们已经预约他明年会再来，而且他刚才 Thank you 讲了一句话，他说下一次有机会我们就来谈这个主题。Okay, it's really a great sharing. No matter where you go, you can invite him, because his inspiration is 1,000 speeches, and we already make reservation for next year. And the next topic might be understanding can help resolve misunderstanding. So, if you can persist, then you will meet better yourself. end of this month, we will share our new book here. And he's also the one persisted in this aspect. And he's once a colleague volunteer. And before that, we actually had hosted an event together. And after so many years, we are now like what you look like, what we look like. Okay, so I also want to shift my mindset. After this speech, give yourself a big hand if you feel you can change your mindset and also your distance. We also have the positive feedback that this shifting mindset is not easy. It's challenging, but we have to try it and make it. And also sharing from Beijing that we should also change in our mindset. You are so great that your speeches inspired me a lot. The happiness is actually simple. And yes, you are right. If we have good temper, we'll enjoy the good weather. And if you, and your sharing is so excellent. Our sister Jinghui actually sort of worry about how to interpret it in Taiwanese. So, are you still ongoing for the Taiwanese oral interpretation? And the team actually is getting used to that. And how about Zhuhai? Okay, we focus on the speaking. And we also have feedback from internal audience that your sharing is so great because you can minimize the complaints immediately and help people see the beauty of the life. And also have the sharing from Yuzhen, shifting thoughts that we should engage more in this study group. We also have the sharing from Canada. However, we still need to reserve time for our next sharing. And we also have audience from Hualien and also from Qinghui, Thailand, and you speak so well. And I've been searching for Kaixuan's sharing. The first impression on Brother Li is that the sharing on our book launch event. And I feel that is so humble and so elegant. But he's also so friendly to us and listen to our discussion on our books. So we actually learn a lot from your speech. So grateful. And next time, you're welcome to share our new book so we can spread the knowledge, the sharing to everyone. And okay, last but not least, welcome to our vegetarian team to promote going vegan. And next, our team from San Francisco. This is the only section they can be here. So I actually said that I can only reserve 5 minutes for your sharing. There's no slides, but they can still share in vividly. So welcome to volunteers from San Francisco. Okay, let's welcome them again. Thank you. Dear Masters at Jinghui Board and all the volunteers today. It's really great that I have 5 minutes to seize this opportunity to share. And Brother Li just sent a song that grade up can light up the world. There's a like area in San Francisco. We call it the Hunter Point community. And there, in the old days, actually, in that community, Hunter Point, it was filled with crime, gun violence, and drug-related cases. And in 2009, Tzu volunteers entered the community and starting by donating books and uniforms to schools. We hope to bring about a change in the atmosphere. And those kids actually grow up in local community. So they wear the uniforms frequently, but don't have anything to take in turn, to wear in turn. So actually the grade up light up this special community. It's my second return to Taiwan. And I've been here twice this year. Grew up in Fengshan district, but in order to accompany Jiahui, so I actually haven't arrived at home since this half month. We can't wait to be doing good deeds. And the first family case in Hunter Point community was happened in 2012. Our first visit was on November 3rd. The King's family. This is really a King family because there are 8 family members, parents, older sister, older twins, and the younger teens. And during the home visit, nothing inside the house. And all the children were sleeping on the floor, having never slept in bed before. So our care for them began with providing beds. And the mother described the father as being involved in gang activities and prone to fighting. She hoped for her children to attain college and move away from the community. And during the past years, the children grew up, and even the youngest one is entering the 12th grade in high school this year. And last month, 2 Tzu volunteers attended a joint Scholar Award ceremony. When we entered the venue, we noticed a lot of food tables and familiar figures. And it turned out that The caterer for the event was King, the father, and his son actually had been working with him during his free time to earn pocket money and help support household expenses. Oh, okay, time's up. And so with such a company, there's no period, there's no ends. Our compassionate companionship is lifelong. So whether in academics, career, or the journey of life, whenever they face difficulties, they are always welcome to come back to us. Thank you. So you can tell from her sharing that it's in order, and that we can see, we can imagine that how much care she showed in that case dependent. And how do you feel? Do you understand Chinese? Little. You can also speak English. Hi, everyone. Everyone, hi. The story Lulu just shared is touched. That means the story in Hunter Point is also touching. We accompany them all the way. So it's same for these two volunteers. And next time, if you are returning to Taiwan, please let me know in advance so I can arrange a suitable time for sharing. And appreciate for your sharing in such a short notice. With 5 minutes, everyone has a clear idea about the Hunter Point community. Okay, thank you so much. All right. So back to our presentation. Next week, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Welcome to join our team to learn how to enjoy the craft here. And we also appreciate the blessing from the master. No matter where are you, we can enjoy the time spending together. And welcome to enjoy the books by master, so we can learn the insights from her. We also have some Jinghui product for your health, and also help you to enjoy your life. You can also enjoy some discounts if your purchase reaches certain amount here. And welcome to shop at the Jinghui bookstore. This black soy powder is also testing. So enjoy our product. Don't miss it. And our preview for next week, we'll have the volunteers from Singapore team, and also Jinghui&Su from America, and our guiding team is Yuzhen. And for July 12th, the sharing will be related to the Zhuhai drama. And the stars from Zhuhai drama. And we also have brothers, sisters, Jiahui and Chen Ziying to share. So I like to be with you because you have positive energy. Beauty only comes from hard work, not waiting for brilliance. Having influence is more important than having power. All right. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Thank you.